sitting here watching Peter Mon. I just was helping my family move my grandparents. There was a whole bunch of drama with that. Like, it was so effing crazy. Like, pretty much the truckers ended up being effing scammers. So that was a whole situation. Like, I can't even go into it. I just feel so pissed off that these people took advantage of my family and my mom and my grandparents like that. Like, it boils my motherfucking blood, you ignorant fucks. You disgusting. Anyway, but I was sitting here watching Peter Mon. I don't know what happened. Drama has erupted again within, the typical YouTubers, Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas, James Charles, all of those. But Trisha is back in hot water because she stood up a podcaster named Bunny, and then stood her up because she had a chance of a lifetime scenario, whatever, that she just couldn't pass up. So she cancels. She says she texts Bunny and cancels last minute, an hour before the podcast. You know how much goes into an actual for real podcast? Like, come on, Trisha. She has her own podcast. She should know. So she cancels on the girl Bunny an hour before, right? And obviously that fucks up Bunny's whole deal. She's pissed off. She made special arrangements. You're putting, it's just so disrespectful. So then Jeffree Star, who, mind you, Trisha and Jeffree have beef. Trisha and Shane have beef. Trisha and everybody have beef. Trisha and Ela, Trisha and Ethan. Trisha got beef with everybody, okay? Quite honestly. So, Trisha on a podcast with Tana. Strangely enough, she don't got beef with Tana Mojo. They go on and do a podcast, and I think Tana asked her about the beef with Jeffree, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember having beef with Jeffree." And Jeffree's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You ruined my life." And I'm not a Jeffree Stan fan or whatever, by far. No, nah. We're talking about very problematic people all the way over on here, okay? Nobody's in the right. But she did kind of literally turn her back on Jeffree and Shane when they were in all their shit back in 2020, 2021, when everything was burning to the ground and everybody was getting fucking canceled and everything like that, pure madness. Just crazy. And I while it's not lighthearted, I feel this I needed something a little light before jumping into Russell Brand and Danny Masterson and because it's so dark and heavy. Sorry to just segue like that. It's how my mind thinks. It's just so dark and heavy. So having little light fun drama. It's just if you need some of that sometimes, because this shit this world is fucking mad. But anyway, so now Trisha and Jeffree have their beef. Jeffree goes on the podcast of Bunny, who, remember, Bunny is who got stood up by Trisha. And they're foes, Jeffree and Trisha. And so Trisha tried to act like she didn't remember what her and Jeffree's beef was, but Jeffree is you have literally ruined my life. You literally turned my back at my lowest moments, threw me on the bus, rolled over me, then backed that joint up and rolled the fuck back over me. What do you mean you don't know what beef we have? So, Bunny asked about, talked about Trisha on her podcast and brought up the fact that Trisha had stood her up, prior to her and Jeffree having their session. And so then Trisha gets all offended. Oh my God, goes on TikTok and does this whole ordeal, falling out and trying to act like she's gonna cry. And girl, Trisha, Donnie Osmond. Now I know, because I've been watching Trisha for a long time, I know this is someone with whom she has seen in fucking Vegas, I don't know how many times, has taken pictures with him, I know how many fucking times. So I know to her, it's a big fucking deal, but to the world and everybody the fuck else, and I'm sure Bunny, it's what the fuck? You didn't respect her time. So So you're basically saying Donny Osmond is a hell of a lot more important than you, and I decided to let you know an hour prior to me supposed to be meeting with you that I'm no longer going to be there because of an event of a lifetime, and then you find out it's fucking Donny Osmond. That's just rude, Trisha. It's fucking rude. And then you want to get up in a goddamn TikTok acting like you're bawling and fucking sobbing. And like Peter said, not a goddamn tear is coming out of your fucking eye because you want to act like you're not in the drama anymore and you're getting brought back in the drama, but you started a whole podcast that's nothing about, but it's everything that is drama. So yeah, you're gonna be in drama, Trisha. So you were wrong. Say you were fucking wrong and you can move on from things. But the thing with Trisha is she will not just say she's fucking wrong. Say you're wrong, take accountability, and so many things could be better for you, girl, but you refuse to do it. Why would you do that if you knew if this shoe was on the other foot, you would be blasting somebody else too if they stood you up for your podcast, Just Trish, an hour prior after you've gotten your glam, got Malibu settled, all your plans, your wardrobe, your makeup, ordered your hair extensions, got everything set. You got Moses doing lighting and audio in the background. You doing all that, and then someone's like, oh, I can't come. I have an event of a lifetime that's happening. And then you respond back. The person that's canceling, that you canceled on, responds back to you, and you don't respond at all. Just crazy. And then the story may be that she didn't even say anything to Bunny at all and just stood her the fuck up. Said nothing. And just was no show. Just didn't. It's just so crazy. It's just so fucking crazy. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to I had to stop because I was supposed to go to the grocery store. I stopped and get some dang on McDonald's. I got a Filet-O-Fish because this day just went in another direction. But what I wanted to do was, because I feel like I've neglected this, but I just so wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate, anybody who ever clicks on a video or watches it or takes the time out of their day to write something on a video that it just. So I just I'm very thankful and grateful, and I just wanted to go through some of the comments that I've been seeing and maybe give commentary or whatever on it. I think that would be fun. I need to get my glasses tightened up, but these are my new glasses I got in so I can see. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and just chill out for a second, calm myself down. Probably smoke a little bit, and then ease myself down, then later take a shower and get the fuck in bed. And I think that's how I'm gonna end my day on a high note. So let's see what some of these comments say. Now, one of my faves, I see her all the time, and is at the Violet Wolf. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well out there today, wherever you are in this crazy world. So what did Violet say? Does it tells you what video? Okay. Oh, okay. So I did want to talk about this. All right. So, okay, let me go. So this is obviously going to segue on some other stuff. So let me go back. Let me read the comment. So on the video I posted on MM and sold out looks during Invictus game weeks. So the Violet Wolf says, for everyone that hates her, they sure want to seem to be like her. Okay? Which is true. That's how I fucking feel. Somebody took the time, the energy, the investigative skills, the research, the whatever, the sleuthing, the fucking magnifying glasses. They took the time to literally figure out exactly every outfit that Meghan Markle wore for the Invictus days. She was there. And it's so crazy because at first we thought, you know, she was just going to be doing closing ceremonies. She was there damn near every freaking day. Okay? Standing by her man, they were holding hands, walking from here to here, hugging up on each other. Divorce where? But we know, you know, the people are still talking. They never stop. But someone took the time to like compile it all. And literally have her, like a lot of her looks are sold out. The J. Crew sweater, you know, the stuff that people can buy currently now. Like she had this shirt, like a $200 some odd shirt, striped shirt by like Havana, something like that. Sold out. People are willing to drop over $200 on a fucking shirt because Meghan Markle wore it. That's marketability. I don't fucking care what anybody wants to say. People hate her. They dislike her. She's this. She's that. People want to look like her. They want to be like her. They want to whatever like her. And it shows. For you to drop 200 plus on a fucking shirt because Meghan Markle wore it and sell out the site, that's something. So no, I believe. And maybe this is a practice to get other, you know, brands to see. Maybe this is to, you know, WME is like, okay, girl, go out here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to see what the response is. We're going to see how we can I'm sure there's a whole type of plan going on. I am sure. And I believe that she could get $1 million a pop on an Instagram post. If Kim K is getting what? If she can get like 700K to 800, 890 or 895, whatever the fuck it was, Megan could get that. She can get that. So they took the time to put together this whole, if you haven't seen it, it's on like my little shorts or whatever. Someone on Twitter, they put together this whole fucking ordeal of Meghan Markle and all her outfits she wore during the Invictus Games week. And, let me get to it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, this account, Romalade Sauce, says, as many of you have asked for this, here's the breakdown for Harry's wife and her Invictus wardrobe. Notice they refer to her as Harry's wife. Like, can't even name her. It's a far cry from the money spent, which is definitely a move in the right direction. However, we both feel that many of the outfits were highly inappropriate. A thread by yours truly, at Viking Queen. So this is me thinking that if they're feeling like her outfits are highly inappropriate, this thread, Romalade Sauce, and at the Viking Queen, they don't like Harry and Meghan. They definitely don't, with Queen Elizabeth as their header. Took the time out of their day. People who dislike her, do not like her, cannot stand her, think her outfits are inappropriate, took the time to effing catalog every day's look with the fucking, it has September 11th, September 12th, new, rewear, vintage, exactly what she wore, J. Crew cashmere, Ula Dancia Polini linen trousers, Goyard Belushi bag, Valentino studs, stud mules, Janessa Mitchin hat, Celine sunglasses, Hermes shawl, down to the shawl, like all, but these are people who dislike her. Like, it's a whole thread, but they think these are inappropriate. But like this account and the other account who made it do not like this woman. It says a thread by Viking Queen. She has Queen Elizabeth in her header. She does not like Meghan. She does not like Meghan. And I'm like, why? It's so mind-boggling to me. You spent all that time for someone you do not like and you think was inappropriately dressing. Man, if anything, you just gave people like me and other people who either A, don't give a fuck, B, like her, I think she has like a nice style, like her sweater, the J. Crew sweater. I could see myself wearing that. I think it would be cute. You're letting people know exactly where to get the piece, who made it, the design, the style, the cost, all of that. They added up the fucking total at the bottom, at the last thread. Let me get to it. Let me get back to it. The last one, they totaled it up. Total $36,000 and $36,000, 33,000 euros, and 29,000 pounds. In all the currencies, so you fucking know. Like, insanity. Insanity. So yes, the Violet Wolf. I agree. For everyone that hates her, they sure want to be exactly like her. It's insane. Rose Harvey said, she commented on the same video with Megan Thee Stallion and said, honestly, I don't get how you still haven't seen through MM. I like your other videos, but this stuff is just frustrating. And thank you, Rose Harvey, for commenting. My thing is with Megan, I have always said, I see some of the questions. I see some of what doesn't make sense. And I see a little bit of what she's doing. Some things being planned and contrived and everything. Definitely with that whole, with the wrist up and the New York car. Like, I get it. I get some of the stuff, okay? I do. But I don't think the hate is necessary. I've always said that. I don't like the hate. I think it's unnecessary. I think it's fucked up. I think it goes way, 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 way too far. People sit up all day and talk about this woman horribly. I don't like that aspect of it. And I think it's incredibly interesting to have a woman with whom she's just being herself and people are drawn to her and have immense feelings either way, or like, you know, don't care. But for the people who really don't like her, it's just like, I have like, I'm just like, it's amazing. Like, what? Anyway, so that's what it is. So I'm sorry that it's frustrating that I'm not getting it, but I guess I kind of get it. But I think the hate that she gets, and I think that it's just so interesting that she's been able to garner this attention to the point where, like, she's destroyed the royal family, got in between the fucking royal family. The king's not even trying to get this shit together. He's fucking given up. Like, moved the prince out of England into Montecito to LA, like, and has people either really, really fucking loving her or really fucking hating her. And the people who fucking hate her are obsessed with it. And it's just so interesting. So, I'm sorry. But thank you for commenting, Rose. Then on the Russell Brand, okay, that whole Russell Brand stuff, and I've seen, actually, let me correct myself. I have seen the headlines that, you know, what he's being accused of. I have not read the articles. I have not dug into it because I've been doing 50 million other fucking things with my family and stuff. I plan to do that tomorrow. I don't want to give an opinion because I really don't know. I have no clue. What I saw being accused of, I'm like, are we fucking kidding? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, when does it fucking end? So I'm about to get upset now, but like, I'm gonna get into that tomorrow. But seeing that off bat, I was like, ooh, you are trying to get ahead of something. This is like, and it was gonna be something horrible, especially by how he was like trying to say, oh, I was promiscuous. It was when I was in the industry. And then I'm sitting here just thinking about, like, Katy Perry. What is she thinking about, you know, with all of this coming out? It's like multiples of women. And that's the thing that gets me, when it's like multiple people saying the same thing. And even if it's one person, but like, especially when it's multiples of people saying the same thing about you, it's like common denominator. But again, I have not looked into everything, so I plan to do that tomorrow. I just think It's crazy. I just think it's really, really crazy, especially after this whole Janie Masterson thing. There was a whole wave of like Me Too, where it took out a lot of people. Harvey, Bill, those are the ones that like stick up, at the top of my head. But there was like a lot. Like, who was that? Matt Lauer. It was like a lot of them. It was like one after one after one, dropping like flies, like, and then it toned down. And it's like, is it gonna be another type of fucking wave of this shit where like we just start hearing about all this crazy stuff? But apparently this has kind of been years in the making. But then I'm kind of also seeing that this is some coordinated effort. So like, I've really got to look into more before I have an opinion on anything. And I just cannot do that at this current moment, at this current time, given this fucking weekend. I just cannot. Well, actually, just today, and being upset that they did that to my family like that. Just rude. But Oh Susie 5297 commented on the Russell Brand video saying it's all stupid. Leave the man alone. He's a major source of what BS is going on. Who cares about his past? He has repented for his transgressions. So, Oh Susie is of the mind, fuck it all. I don't care what those accusations are, what them headlines say. He is, repented for that. God damn it, leave the man alone. Oh my God. And I have to, are you talking about, because in this video I talked about Ashton resigning and I talked about Russell. So I'm not quite sure who is referring to, but either way, okay, Oh Susie, I just, and people are saying, like I said in the other video, Russell Brand, they're saying that he does videos where he's talking about stuff that mainstream media or whatever really would take issue with, and it's like competition because he's giving news from like a different perspective, so on and so forth. I don't know. It's all a fucking mess. It's all a hot ass mess. But I'm kind of of the mind of like, if you didn't do anything in the realm of anything, if you didn't, if there was nothing, if you didn't do anything in the realm of anything, well, I can't even say that because we have people like fucking Amber Heard who just make up shit for no fucking reason. So this is why, and this is why even now we've got multiples of victims coming out with Russell Brand per the headlines that I just saw. But people are stopping and feeling like they can't even believe when someone is accused of something or when someone makes an accusation, they can't even believe it because of people like Amber. She really needs to look at herself. And for you to be talking all online and shit, your girl fucked this up for a lot of people. She really needs to think about that shit. It is her fault. You blatantly lied on a worldwide stage. The balls that took, the literal deluded mind frame she had to have put herself in to actually think that, what she was saying was her reality and get up there and be able to do that. She had to put herself in a deluded reality to do what she did. And now she done fucked it up for so many people who are going to be questioned and not believed off jump because she sat up and made up fucking lies. It's sad. It's really sad. So we have the Violet Wolf. Okay, let's see what the Violet Wolf says. She says, I actually really like Russell Brand. He's very outspoken from political manipulations. I've been following all media, mainstream and not, and he's had trouble with mainstream, even when he was mainstream, because he's smarter than most. He's very involved with political fairness and conservative efforts. I'm not surprised he's being smeared. I agree with above comment. We know how the media can twist things and paint terrible pictures of people before the story is actually shown in every nook and cranny. And this is true. They did it to Johnny. They did it to fucking Johnny, and that is why we have to be reserved. And that is why I have to say I can't really give an opinion either fucking way, because I haven't delved into it enough to make a fucking opinion. All I've seen is this horrific fucking headline, and I'm like, so, and then, okay, so she's talking about the, so this was something interesting. Okay, so these accusations came out, right? But remember, I was looking online before it happened, and it was like articles about his wife, and articles about Katie, and articles about how much he's worth, and this, that, and the other, that had been done in 6 and 8 hours. And Russell posted his videos like at 3 hours from when I posted that video. So it was just like, they were preemptively trying to make a narrative clearly, you know, with the women in his life. And bringing up Katy Perry, like, what does she have to do with any of this? Leave her the hell alone. Please. She got a kid. She got a husband. Leave her alone. Like, it's just, they're digging up shit. Okay, so let me finish. And so Violet said, and exactly, they're digging up crap from eons ago to start a narrative. He speaks so candidly about the government and censorship. So that could be a reason why, that would definitely be a reason why the dang on government will want to shut them down. Or these media outlets that are likely controlled by the government want to shut shit down because he's saying this and he's saying that. It could be anything. Nothing surprises me anymore in this world. I just don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to feel. And maybe that's what they want to do. They want to confuse the hell out of us so that we don't even try anymore. We don't even care. We don't even know if we're coming, we're going, what's true, what's false. So we're just like, fuck it. Like, I don't even know. It's really, really crazy. What else? So he's gained a huge following. He has reputable guests and engages in open and healthy debate, even with his sense of comedic relief. I honestly only know him for breaking Katy Perry's heart. Like, I literally have never, like, I know he's a comic, but I've never listened or watched anything else of Russell Brand. I know what he looks like. I know of him. And I solely knew that he broke Katy Perry's heart, and I watched him text her, and then her sob and have to get up on stage. Like, none of that just fucking happened. So that's what I know him of. That's all I know. Someone said, David Charlotte, 6794, said, we know how some women make stuff up, and vested interests like to push an agenda. So we do know that. A la fucking Amber Heard. From the comments on this video, it seems like y'all are thinking that, you know, Russell is a good guy. That he is kind of, you're going towards more of like, this is like a coordinated effort by the media. I haven't made my opinion yet to say here or there. I really have to look at the article and read the article. So there's that. What else is here? Oh, talking about Meghan and Harry enjoy the Invictus game. Okay, so that video. Lily J 1915 says Aphrodite is good. He is so good. He seems really intuitive, and his readings are always on point with the JD case. Like, so freaking on point. I absolutely love him. And you can do like he does his monthly horoscopes too with your signs. I want to make sure I like these when I read it. Okay, so Violet Wolf says, I've been roofied, and it sounds exactly like she was roofied. Oh, okay, so this was when Andy was playing that girl's TikTok about when apparently her and her friend had went over to Danny Masterson and Bijou's house. in LA in the late hours, in the wee hours, okay? And they went up there, and there was a situation where her friend, you know, they're sitting around drinking and everything, and her friend all of a sudden starts like getting all woozy and acting like she's effed up. But it's like, she said they had only been there 30 or so minutes, and she was fucked up, couldn't really walk on her own, stand on her own. And then I guess her friend was like, you know, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom, because she was feeling fucked up. So she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and then next thing you know, the girl who's telling the story says she sees Danny Masterson get up and go to the back where the bathroom is. So she's sitting there, everybody else is gone, and it's just her and Bijou looking at each other. And Bijou's looking at her like this, and she's looking at her like this, and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot do Hollywood. It sounds like a scary movie. And then, you know, I guess her friend, the girl who's speaking, she finally goes to go check on her friend, and Danny Masterson has her like kind of like she's leaning on the wall, and he's like hovering above her, like talking, and you know, like this. And the girl's like all fucked up and shit, and so they decide to let go and whatnot. And I guess Bijou flips the fuck out because she probably realized what is going on, and or has seen this happening, and finally just fucking snapped and just starts going crazy. Get out, get out! Trying to tell them to get out, and they're trying to fucking leave, and she's having to drag her friend the fuck out because she's maybe possibly allegedly drugged. And but there was a lot of, you know, questions in her story too. So but the Violet Wolf said she's been roofied, and I am so sorry to hear that. That is fucking terrible. That is awful. Like, what the fuck? I am sorry you had to go through that. And she says it sounds exactly like that. And even if he didn't pour the drinks, it's easy for him to drop it in. That's true. Like, smooth, like just in like even like a passing thing, especially if you've kind of already been drinking already. Like, you can kind of feel like maybe you wouldn't be as on guard because you're thinking you're around good people. It's so crazy. You have to like always be on guard. You can't even let yourself have all the way fun, especially with how the world is with the freaking guns everywhere and shit. Anyway, so there's many ways it could have happened, because I think Andy was asking, well, like, you know, why was it only her drink that was, you know, roofied, or why was it only her that seemed affected, that, you know, the girl who was telling the story didn't seem to be affected in the same way. So it could, you know, she definitely could have gotten something in her drink any type of way. So Violet says, sounds like Bijou was tired of his shit. Exactly. She should have been more supportive of the girls and not acting mean to them. Exactly. She says, if it was on him, she says, but she didn't seem to care it happened to the girls, and she was more upset about him going after these girls, but more in a jealous way than not. So shady. Yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. I was like thinking to myself, would I go like up to, you know, Hollywood Hills after a party? Like, I probably would, but like in today's day and age, you really got to think about shit, because people be doing some crazy stuff. They could be in the hills doing ritualistic stuff. You not come back and you're missing and shit. It's just, I watch too much TV. Daniel Fair says, on the Ashton and Mila Under Fire, and thoughts on the other side. And Elon, Danielle Fair says, Claire, I've been a fan of yours since Johnny. Thank you. I also I've been a critic of Scientology for over 20 years. Yeah, it's fucking weird. The major journalist that has followed Scientology for decades is Tony Ortega, and he is, as far as I know, is not touching the Ashton murder story because it's not accurate. Okay. I've not been that much of a fan of Ashton Kutcher, but I'm a fan of Mila. Chrissy Brooks said Jane Doe 3 is trying to expose Ashton as a liar because he's witnessed a crime scene that most cops need therapy for. That victim was stabbed over 40 times. Jesus! Like, this man was oh my god. Like, the mind frame, like, people have, anyway. Yeah, like, yeah, you would definitely need therapy for that. And nearly decapitated. Um, she witnessed to the call when Ashton called Danny for help. She didn't call the police, and Ashton was clearly in shock. She shouldn't have admitted that. She also had no right to out Mila as an SA victim. Sorry, I know the letter was wrong. She should have left it. So, it is true that she should have called the police, possibly, but maybe she could have been intimidated by Danny. We don't know. Maybe he knew that she was there and he was like, you better not fucking open your mouth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows? The whole thing of Mila outing her as the SA victim, that's definitely Mila's story to tell. Definitely Mila's story to tell, but maybe she's feeling like because you're questioning a story that's very close and personal to me, I don't know. And the letter was wrong. I just feel like the letter was wrong. It's a messy, horrible, messy, fucked up situation. And I really do believe that Ashton, I don't want to say Mila, more so Mila because she's standing by her man, kind of going from what Aphrodite was saying. I really do feel like they had to do it. I feel like Ashton had to do it. I really do. I don't feel like he had like a choice. There was something. Why? Otherwise, why? Like, this man was put away for fucking 30 years, okay? 30 years. To life. So basically life, okay? Why would you be willing to go down with that shit like that? Like, I just don't understand. Like, there had to be something. Lynn J5838, it infuriates me that Jessica and Kurtz are doing this. I've watched growing up in Scientology and other Scientology channels, and it's a known fact in Scientology that Masterson is a serial R word, and it's many more than 2 victims. And I want to say my initial reaction is the exact same thing. I was like, what the fuck? Especially with Jessica. Colonel Kurtz not so much because I expected that from her because that's kind of what she does. Like, that's what she does. So, but I was like, I really wasn't surprised with Colonel Kurtz. But Jessica, I was like, this is, because I also followed her with like the Johnny Depp case and everything, and it just kind of really threw me for a fucking loop. And she was like, she has all these anons talking to her and stuff like that, and it's just like, as we know, that's kind of what Scientology people do. Like, they have people like do dirty work, and you know, they're very, very connected, and they have people all over. Like I said in another video, they have people in the fucking suburbs of Maryland. They're everywhere. Like, it's not like just like a LA thing, a Clearwater, Florida thing. They're everywhere. Like, it's, yeah. It goes deep. Joanna, hey Joanna. She says, hey Claire, we both follow Connor Coach. She's been keeping an open mind about this and has gotten a lot of shit for it. Just be prepared. I don't agree with her, but I like her and won't unsubscribe just because of that. Of course not. Like, everybody has a right to their own opinion. You don't have to agree, but you can be respectful. You can be respectful in your disagreements. That's why I filmed a video when I was upset, and I was like, no. Let's tone it down, because it's like not even just like, it's just not even like that. And I still follow Connor Kurtz as well. So, yeah. Joanna also says, Scientology really creeps me out. Agree with everything you said. Thanks, Joanna. Despicable David Short said, because birds of a feather flock together. That's to the Ashton and Mila and Danny Masterson situation. And, oof, it's just a lot. Erlin 68. It said, at 240, much as I agree that it's creepy as F, she did lie about her age and told them she was 18. Oh, this is about Mila, like, getting cast for that 70s show when she was 14 years old because she lied about her age. But then they found out about her real age and still kept her fucking cast and had her being the partner to a 19-year-old. Because that sounds right. Because that sounds okay. Yeah. Oh my god. So they said she did lie about her age and told them she was 18, so we don't know if the production team already knew she was already 14 or not. They did. They knew. They figured it out eventually. Even if she did lie, they figured it out. And then when they figured it out, they should have done something about it, but they chose the opposite situation. They probably did, but we can't know. Someone responded and says, this is an actual job with an actual paycheck that required actual documentation of her age. Let's not be naive. Exactly. That was at Despicable David Short. Exactly. Like, let's really not. They knew what the fuck they were doing. They had found their girl and they thought it was funny. And that whole fucking bet with Ashton and Danny is just like, are you for real? Are you for real? Let alone that this is, scripted. You want to do some foul, unscripted shit to someone unsuspecting and not knowing and unconsenting. So fucking wild. Erland responded back saying, we're talking the late 1990s. Things were different back then. Don't ask, don't tell. Meant something different. That's true. Things were different in the 90s, but it doesn't make it okay. And it's just like 14, 19. It's not even like an acceptable situation. Like, I don't even know whatever is acceptable. It's 14 and 19, and this young girl who is like 4 years shy, a whole 4 years shy of 18. Like, things were different, but was it that different? I don't know. I was born in 93. So maybe I don't have, but come on. I don't know. I don't know. They are done in Hollywood, deep rabbit hole of criminals. That was Lena Howley. Karen Letcher says, Ashton and Mila know all three Jane Does personally. It's disgusting to act like they don't know them. And they definitely know what happened to these women. Taking up for their friend, and I feel like there's more to the story. Oh, there's definitely more to the story. Oh my god, there is so much more to the story. I feel like Scientology has some dirt on Ashton, for fucking sure. So then someone responded to her saying, Scientology, that's their MO, to control by blackmail, control, revenge. They collect dirt on everyone. Literally, they collect dirt on everyone. Those audits and everything they make you do and sit down, they're literally getting all the intel of your life, all the bad things you've ever done, it's wild. And it's like to clear you. It's fucking weird. Oh my god. So they know everything. They collect dirt on everyone, famously, even on the IRS. Damn. Will and Jada Smith won't talk about their time with them because of fear. I did not know Will and Jada were in Scientology. Wow. Hollywood's most dubiously enduring duo has been less forthcoming about their now shuttered, allegedly secret Scientology school? A whole fucking school? In 2017, when former Scientologist Leah Remini claimed that Pinkett was a longtime down-low member of the couple denied an affirmations with controversial religions. What the fuck? I had no clue. Inside Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's Scientology School for Kids. What? This is back July 2020. Former teachers and administrators at the Smiths shuttered New Village Leadership Academy revealed to the Daily Beast that despite their public denials, it was a Scientology school. Oh, Lord. The former teachers and administrators are saying that? But I'm telling you, like, that's kind of how it happened to me. I was working in a chiropractic office. Like, you're not going into things thinking, like, you're gonna go and be doing some Scientology shit, but the way they, like, integrate it is so weird. It's so weird. Wow. Okay. Let's see what else. Beyond the Tequila Rift. I love that. Says, yeah, this interview now looks real bad. Now knowing what was happening all along, and AK had a whole campaign against child trafficking. Exactly. Like, you have Thorne. Like, you helped created that. That makes literally no sense. It makes not a lick of fucking sense. I know that board got together with the quickness and said, we cannot have this. The optics would be treacherous. Like, we cannot at all. This may have been his attempt to right his wrong, but this was a tough watch. Yeah. Grounded in Truth. Grey Rock simply said, out of line. Just like that. Rose Harvey says, seems there's plenty of off behavior and Danny knows all about it, so AK is motivated to help Danny Masterson. Also, Scientology collect that stuff on people as a matter of course. Exactly. While AK wasn't a Scientologist, he was really close to a lot of the people who were. As for Mila, she was backing AK all the way. If she wasn't with him, I think she'd be speaking up against DM. There was a lot of talking about AK when he was split from Demi Moore, and it didn't sound pleasant at all. I can only fucking imagine. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a hot ass mess. Another relationship has bitten the dust. Hugh Jackman and his wife, I saw that this weekend. Tiana Taylor and Iman Schmurder, however the fuck you say his name. 7 years, done. This has been the year of marriages just like horrible. Like, what the fuck? Janae and Jeezy, done. Apparently she was sexting, allegedly, Mario Lopez. What is going on in the relationship sector? Why? What is happening? I'm just looking at this headline. Russell Brand, allegedly R-word woman, just 5 months after Katy Perry divorce was finalized. Like, I can't even get into it. I see something with the text messages. Like, I can't even get into it. But yes, thank you guys for commenting on my videos, watching, for people who've been here since Johnny. Like, whoa, thank you guys so much. It's just wild. It's just so wild. I want to do lighter stuff too, like Trisha and Jeffrey and, you know, the YouTube drama stuff, because it's just a little bit lighter, just a touch lighter. Even with that, we got James Charles who's accused of. It's a fucking mess. But anyway, it's been a long, long, long day. So I will chat with you guys a little bit later. But have a lovely week. It's gonna be Monday. Today is Sunday. And I'll see you guys a little bit later.